Welcome to the video, Second Normal Form. This is part of the series for the Access for Professionals videos at Olympic College. My name is Pam Bilodeau, and I will walk you through the concepts contained here. If you are unfamiliar with the concepts of normalization, I recommend you watch the videos entitled Normalization and First Normal Form as part of this video series prior to watching this video, since topics covered will assume you have familiarity with the basics of tables, normalization, and first normal form covered in those other videos. There are three concerns with second normal form as follows. All tables must first meet first normal form rules. There are no partial dependencies. There are no repeated values on non-key fields. Let's look at each of these more closely. Recall that the normalization process is iterative, which in this context means each normal form level includes the constructs of the level before it. To be in second normal form, a table must already be in first normal form. Partial dependencies can occur on tables that have what are known as composite primary keys. We will look at these in more depth in a separate video, but for now, know that a composite key is one that uses two or more fields together for the primary key. The objective for any primary key is that all other fields in the table relate directly and logically to it. This pertains no less to a composite primary key. That is, all fields in the table must relate directly to the entire composite primary key. In this example, we see a table that is tracking cars and parts used in those cars. Both the car ID and the part ID work together as the composite primary key in this table to help uniquely identify each record. The car's vehicle identification number, or VIN, is included as well as a non-key field that is being tracked in the table. However, the VIN has a direct relationship with only the car ID. This is because VINs apply to individual cars since every car has a VIN. The part ID has nothing to do with the VIN. Therefore, a partial dependency of this non-key field exists. A partial dependency occurs when the non-key fields in the table relate directly to only one of the two or more fields in the composite primary key, hence the term partial, since the fields are only partially dependent on the key. All fields in a table that uses a composite primary key should be tested for how they relate to the entire key. Any partially dependent fields need to be removed from the table and placed in their own tables. When you see values that are repeatedly used in a non-key field, you are looking at a field that would make a good candidate for its own table. You can use this rule with discretion, since sometimes the work to extract the field does not outweigh the potential problems caused by leaving it in the field. An example of this might be a field for zip codes. Zip codes in a table that tracks addresses are likely to show repeated values in the table. However, unless you are planning to use the zip code as an important tracking mechanism, it would probably be fine to allow the repetition in this case, as the work involved to create a zip code table would be quite high. As a design consideration, you would need to decide whether leaving the repeated values in the field is good enough, or if creating a new table to track those values is called for. We will look at examples of implementing this in later videos. In summary, second normal form requires three things: that tables are already in first normal form, that there are no partial dependencies, which is an issue only for composite primary keys, that non-key fields holding repeated values will be looked at and possibly brought into their own tables if doing so will improve design. To continue your learning on designing databases, I recommend you watch the next video in the series, Third Normal Form. Thank you for watching this video.